All right, guys. Today I have Daniel from the U.S. in Florida, and you've been out here about 5 months now, I think, island hopping on motorbike, traveling around. So we're going to get his story. Stick around. All right, Daniel, thanks for coming on the channel. I appreciate it. And we both have something in common. We're both Italians, we're both paisans, and we're both from Florida. I lived in Orlando mostly, but I also lived in Tampa for quite a while, and you're from the area, Sarasota. So we both had that kind of in common. Now you look younger, but you're actually 44, right, Daniel?
44. Just in May. I got here about 3 weeks to celebrate my 44th birthday here with my friends here. It was great. Lechon, the whole spread, man. Lots of food, lots of family, lots of celebration.
Very cool. And this is your second time here. The first time was for 3 weeks, and we're going to get that story in a separate video, so make sure you check out that video when it comes out. But this time around, you got here in May, and where did you land? What was your first destination?
Well, I've always had really close Filipino friends from Cebu, Cebuanos, and Visaya area. Pretty much growing up the last 15, 20 years in the area that I live in.
You knew them from Florida, Sarasota?
Florida, Filipinos, yep. And I came here in 2020 initially in Cebu, and I decided to first arrive back here in May in Cebu to kind of start my journey.
All right, so you knew some people in Florida, some Cebuanos, you said, and so you came out here, you landed in Cebu, and just kind of hung out with them for a while, or?
Yeah, I kind of followed on your coattails for the first 10 days when I arrived in Mactan, Newtown. I thought that might be a good home base sort of scenario there, and I needed to kind of see it for myself since I've been really experiencing Philippines for the last 3.5 years online since, border's been locked. So I did my best to try to see the quality of the place, the location, things like that. Took your advice as well, on the condo area that you were at, and then I decided to get this motorcycle and hit the road. And at this point, after 5 months, I've drove just a little over 11,000 kilometers on the bike. NMAX, Yamaha NMAX, love it. Yeah, it's my companion.
I'm a big fan of the Yamaha. I've got the Aerox, but the NMAX is a little better
for cruising.
Cruising.
I mean, all the crazy bumps and climbing those mountains and all the gear. It's been super reliable, and being able to see the scenery and everything, and not doing public transportations or buses. It's really been good. So 9 islands at this point with 21 ferries rides so far.
Taking the row, the roll on, the roll off with your motorbike.
And that, I want to mention, has been quite a bit of a challenge. You have a lot of diversity on times, departures and arrivals if you're a passenger only. When you're doing freight or you want to be with your motorcycle, it is a whole different game and a lot more limited as far as places to go and what times they leave. So it has been quite a bit of strategic planning. I normally don't do 2 ferries in one day, but I've done that a couple times to get where I need to go. It's literally hopping islands, using one to get to another. But the islands that I've been to really have kind of been the main land sort of islands. And I really want to get to more off the grid stuff here pretty soon. Follow the locals, get out into nature, and really go to some places that people don't really post online or really show on YouTube, so America can really see what God done to this beautiful country and the nature. That's really, it's amazing, a work of art. It really is, and I've got to see it on my motorcycle over mountain peaks, and I wish I had the equipment to just capture some of the volume and the grand scale of some of the elevation in this place. It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it is. So 9 islands, of course. We got Cebu, and now you're on Negros. What are the other 7?
So I'm gonna say Lapu-Lapu because it's an island. Started in there. Cebu, of course, as well. Negros, of course. So I've done Bantayan.
Island.
I've done Surigao and Surigao.
Surigao, in Surigao. Okay.
I've done Camotes.
Yep, I like
Of course,
Camotes. Yep.
my Sikihor.
Sikihor.
Kind of got a little heart connection to that one as well.
Yeah.
Bohol a couple times.
Okay.
Pang Lao as well.
Okay, yeah.
In 2020, I did fly over to, I'm not counting it this time, but
Right.
Puerto Princesa, did the underground river tour.
Very nice.
When I finally got there. This is a good tip. That island
Yeah.
is about 10 and a half, 11 hours of travel from tip to tip. I was in the middle and didn't realize El Nido and Coron was 5.5 hours away, so I didn't go there that time.
Okay.
Maybe this time.
Now, do you have a favorite so far?
I'm trying to put together a top 3 so I can maybe
Okay.
rent someplace a little bit and do a normal order pizza, watch Netflix, hang out, and come home kind of thing, and not
Right,
live out of a
right.
backpack.
That gets old. A little
It's
bit,
been
yeah.
an adventure, but it's definitely
Yeah.
mentally, but even very physically. I try to stay in the gym. I try to eat well. I try to get a good amount of sleep. Those things are challenging when you're constantly on the road, and especially conditions in Philippines. With rain and heat and traffic, and
Right, right.
canceled ferries or late ferries or whatever else gets thrown at you, man. Just trying to navigate your way through this country.
Oh, I know.
I would say Sigihor, Bohol, because I somewhat know about them and been there. But
Okay.
Negros is really like a huge frontier that I have a lot of curiosity. So I'm going to put that in the top 5. And maybe because Dumaguete City, the little structure you guys have here, and the opportunity to jump on the highway and reach the rest of it, I think that's going to be top 5 as well. But Sigihor's just got a cool vibe. It's other than the lack of structure, that most cities show you or have for you. It's really got the tropical island vibe,
Yeah.
cool people, good food, beaches, caves, waterfalls, springs,
Oh, yeah.
snorkeling. I mean, it really is like encapsulated in this small little island that has so much like personality. So I'm
agree.
really, I think that's probably going to be my number 1 at this point. But Bohol has so much more to offer I haven't seen yet.
Yeah. Yeah, Bohol and Sikihor do. They really have a big diversity of things, nature-wise and stuff to do. Now, what are you've been here 5 months. How much longer are you going to be here?
I mean, I have
As
a
far as-
ticket back home at the end of next month, but I'm
Okay.
really trying to devise a way to stay as longer as I can. And honestly, the business that I'm in real estate,
Okay.
back in Sarasota, Florida. My season time really is November to April. That's why I came here in May.
Okay.
But the weather and celebrating Christmas here is, a kind of a desire of mine to be here during that time
Sure.
in Philippines. So I would love to possibly do the season here this year. It's probably not going to happen, but I want to spend Christmas and New Year's. And the Burr months over here, man. They already
yeah.
got the holly leaves and doves
yeah.
already out in Dumaguete City last night over there. They're ready for Christmas already, man.
September 1st, as soon as I walked into my gym and they were playing Here Comes Santa Claus.
Because you walked in, or because it was?
No, it
I'm
was
just
already.
joking.
Yeah. Maybe I look jolly. I don't know.
Well, that's why you're at the gym, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, it's a cool thing because Christmas is my favorite as
Yeah.
well. Me and my family would make big deal about
Sure.
being together. Not really presents, but food.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
celebration and just that cheer and everything here. So if we can celebrate that 6 or 7 months, that's cool. I can ride that wave.
Yeah. Now, long-term plans? Could you see yourself living in the Philippines, or have you explored other parts of Southeast Asia?
This is my first Asian country because of the impact of my friends and past relationships in the States with Filipino people. I wanted this to be my first impression of Asia,
Right.
and
It was my first trip, and then I went to Thailand after. But yeah, this was mine first.
a week or 2 ago you were in Vietnam. I couldn't get to
a
see
month
her last
ago.
month. Yeah, last
Yeah.
month. Yeah, because I was here.
Oh yeah,
And
that's right. I
Duma,
remember.
yeah, during August. I definitely want to go with the intentions of exploring, eating food, and seeing. But as far as hanging my hat and calling home, I mean, Philippines has had my heart for 2005, about 18 years now. So unless something else steals it, I don't really see me living, in that area. of
Okay.
Asia. I like this tropical, you know, I mean, it's almost like Florida sometimes here, man, you know? It's
Right. Yeah, it really is.
pretty hot, and then it rains
The
like
rain.
20 minutes later.
I know.
But yeah, I would say that because a lot of love for country, culture, you know, the people, hope maybe, you know, a future partner, and just a lot of things that I think are super positive to offer. I've really tried to see myself in the future in United States, but I've been really honest with myself and my family, and I identified things that are just
Yeah.
pretty much deal breakers for me, and I've been putting this exit strategy together for quite some time now,
Yeah.
honestly.
The younger you can do it, the better, you know? Why wait till you're at that age where you can't even enjoy it as fully as you could now, you know? That's the way I see it, so.
Yeah, well, there's some expats here getting help walking. They've
There
got
are.
help, walk assistants here, don't they?
I've seen Filipinas pushing their boyfriends in wheelchairs.
We may be one of them in the future. Let's not make fun of them.
Yeah, exactly.
I know, I say stuff about
Very
him now,
well.
but I could be that guy.
Yep.
I could be that guy.
Now you came over here. We were talking about you've got a drone, and you're getting into.
yeah.
You want to start into YouTube. In fact, you got a couple of videos on your channel, but tell me about what kind of videos and stuff you want to do.
So at first, I mean, I'm such a foodie and kind of a travel buff. I was thinking, oh, I can make a channel, you know, based on that, you know, the time and the money and the logistics that it takes to go on a vacation to this magnitude for this many months away from the States by myself out of a backpack.
Yeah.
I said, it would be silly to not capture it, you know, digitally by,
Right.
you know, doing that. And there's been some inspirations of some other vloggers. I would definitely gonna have to say you as far as lifestyle.
Appreciate it.
Definitely, you know, the budgeting and some other aspects that you brought to the table. 2 or 3 years now I've been following you.
Right.
Finn Snow is really, you know, one of my idols. I do have to say, I'm name dropping because he's a filmmaker.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
not even a
Not even.
vlogger or YouTuber
Yeah.
anymore, really. I
Yeah.
mean, he just inspired me, and I bought my drone based on his inspiration in the summer of 2020 when I got back from the first trip, and I bought a ticket to come back here. Well, I spent probably over 20 hours on the phone with the airlines and booked 6 different tickets successfully, and 6 different times they were canceled. That's how determined I was to come back here with my equipment. But it was 3.5 years later, and finally back until May of 2023. I got a GoPro to do some underwater stuff and maybe, you know, riding on the bike. I got a decent phone. I invested in a brand new laptop, and I'm gonna get a really nice wide camera so I can do some really large, long range stuff.
Very nice.
Definitely, what you got here too is a good thing as well. So yeah, I'm all in. I'm gonna invest in the equipment to invest in this channel. I have a lot of amazing aerial footage from beaches and falls and caves and just all kinds of amazing places and resorts that I've stayed at, that I've spent the money and spent the time.
Yeah.
I just got to get it edited and get up. So, you know, coming soon, guys. I mean, support me, and I'm gonna bless you back, you know, with this hard work that we do out here, and, you know, the equipment and the time and really the life investment that we put, you know, into these channels to try to broadcast and show you guys, you know, where we are and what we're doing. But the aerial stuff is, it's really hard to not get amazing footage in Philippines. You just fly and pretty much shoot anywhere on a decent sunny day. It's just, it's money, man. It really is amazing.
Yeah, I saw one of your drone videos, and it was pretty amazing. So guys, check it out. And your channel's name is?
My channel's name is Daniel James 2.0, but I think the ad is at Daniel James TV. I think that might be the search catch, but we'll leave the link on the bottom. I do want to say about that video, I'm gonna work on the quality of it because my drone is shooting 4K, amazing pixels and everything, and that was literally the best beach day. I entitled it the best beach day in Bantayan.
Right?
Santa Fe, white sand, clear water. It was the calmest, clearest water that I've ever swam in Philippines. And I mean, it was just super sunny. It was super clear, and I want to give you guys the best quality because you know, you deserve it. And I just really want to showcase the real quality of what we're here living on. So yeah, I'm gonna do that one, and I have so many other stuff coming from all these other islands, man. I just can't wait to get it out there. So thank you for inviting me today. Thank you for the opportunity of kind of helping me showcase, what I've gathered as
Sure.
well.
Yeah, no problem. So guys, you can get directly to his channel by clicking on the link down in the description, and check out the second video. You wouldn't believe what happened to Daniel on his first trip in 2020 when you're here for 3 weeks. So